So far this series, we've used the Mechanator things. We've gone into the depths of biotech and used the genetic stuff to our advantage, using growth fats and all of the stuff that's including with those modded things to make potentially some really interesting children. We've dipped our toes into the Sankophage things and kind of tried to do it a little bit, but it's not gone very well. And obviously, we've done a lot with bionics. Now, we've explored the very sort of end game things of Rimworld that we can. We've gone to the depths of it and we've explored. But how do we amalgamate this to become better than Void? That is the plan for today's episode, and welcome to Randy's Revenge, episode 17. And yes, I've been on a little weekend break, that's why there was no video the other day. Sorry about that. Today, I'm hoping to make up for it. So the big plan for today is we need to start really preparing to defeat Void comfortably. Emphasis on comfortably. At the moment, we can take on Void. We can get Merv, and we can get Amelia, and we can get Jezebel all at the same time to take on one member of Void and probably win it. But that's not enough. I need to be able to beat Void in a 1v1. And the way we're going to be doing this is the equipment reinforcer. Last episode, from what I remember, I built an extra one so we could really get into the equipment reinforcing. So Jezebel's weapon's been done so far. Her silver knife is absolutely ridiculous. We all know that. It's pretty strong. So I think I'm just going to go along all of the different characters and just reinforce the weapons as we've given them. I'm happy with what we've given them to the certain people. It all makes sense. Even Beach with her little just normal hatchet. It works because she is our Garanlankin. It works. I like it for her. So I think the weapons that we've given everybody is going to be final unless like I can think of something that's really, really necessary. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see how powerful I can make Harry's already extremely overpowered weapon, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things and let's actually see how easy it is to reinforce Amelia's pistol and Harry's GAU 19. So for Amelia's pistol, it's quite expensive. 40 steel, 32 plasteel, and an advanced component each time we level it up. It's expensive, but it is also a kinetic pistol. It's a fairly space attack weapon with decent DPS, I guess. 11 damage per shot. We increase it. The aiming time and everything, and the shooting time down a lot. Make it so it shoots quicker. Probably in for a really good weapon there. And Harry's GAU 19, I think we looked at this earlier in the series, but yeah, 44 components. I think that weapon is the one that we won't be able to particularly do until we get Fabrication. But as soon as we get it, we'll be absolutely on fire. So I think that generally at the moment we'll aim to grab ourselves Fabrication. And unfortunately, Barry has died. Cause blood loss. That's sad. I loved Barry like a child to me. At the age of 95, I loved him like a child. I'm actually sad that he's dead, you know. But it was probably his own fault for, you know, deploying an illegal cluster mine and trying to kill Harry. But hey, it's just how it is. And I think it is time to re-enable ourselves and give ourselves another Psycaster. Now, I'm going through all the colonists, and the next colonist that I think is actually good for it is Tuna Blue, which is a lovely name, by the way. Psychically hypersensitive, nearsighted, lazy, depressive. Not ideal. But Tuna doesn't really particularly do much work around the colony because she is our planter, so it does make sense to be psychically able. We are very lucky that we have 2 silent neurofarmers left in storage as well. So let's give those to Tuna and make her psychically able. And there we are. She is now a Psycaster. She also looks really cool, which I'm happy about. So at the moment, she's just a level 1. She's got no skills or anything able. So what I'll do straight away is enable her to meditate at science things to make it so she's just a bit better. And I'll allow her to meditate at wealth. Perfect, so it gives her more opportunities. And then Psycasts, well, we have been collecting a few for quite a while. So I'll go through them all and see if there's any we want to give her. So despite me saying that we had a few, turns out we don't actually have very many at all. Thought I had more, so what that means is we need to get Merv back in the quarry and get some more resources on the go. Finally, Benito is now researching Fabrication. After this, it's become unlocked. And by unlocked, I mean we can do anything and everything we want. We can craft components to reinforce everything. We can make endless things. This is it now. This is it. Also now built ourselves a 3rd hydroponics room. This room is going to be entirely for heal root. Because unfortunately having just a couple of plants over here isn't enough to keep up with supply. So just a couple more hydroponics bays should be perfect for us. Another side project we've got that's come up is a sad one. It's a sad project that we need to establish. Now, Hickory, the Boo Man, the myth, the legend, is down. He can't get up. He is incapacitated with 3 permanent gunshot injuries, all of them caused by our own people. And I think it's only right that we make the ultimate Boo Man. I don't think we can end this series until I can make the Boo Man, Hickory, the most powerful humanoid hybrid ever. Or maybe we try separate him. I don't know. Can you do that? I mean, he is part human, part boomalope. Can we separate him? I don't know. And our good fire extinguisher is infused. Famously and infamously, probably the best weapon you can get in Rimworld because of a simple DPS bug. You know, a fire extinguisher of good quality with 4,742,142 damage per second. You know, the best possible weapon in Rimworld is a fire extinguisher. And this one that we've got here, very interestingly, is infused with the ability for a 50% ranged cooldown. Yeah, of course it is. Perfect. Nice. It's just what I wanted. Cheers, Quarry. And our fabrication bench is also finished as well. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is immediately enable the construction of at least 500 components at once. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount. We haven't got advanced fabrication yet, unfortunately, so that will be the next one. But yeah, this is perfect. There's a lot of things here that we don't necessarily need to make yet, but it's a start. So Merv has been mining for a while, and it's gotten to the point we can't even keep up with hauling. So let's have a look now and see if there are any good side trainers we've picked up. So we haven't really found one that I'm, very interesting. And there's no powerful ones here that I'm looking at and thinking, oh my god, this is game changing. But there is one that interests me. One that shouldn't interest me, but does. Ocular Eruption is here. And from what I've read about this, what this does is completely mutate somebody to be really, really just awful. So I think this is going to be a fantastic one to give to Tuna as our first one. And let's hope that somebody raids us so I can at least see what it looks like. Unfortunately, at the moment, Tuna is unable to use Ocular Eruption, which is really inconvenient, especially as me, sheesh, is looking to escape. Just come and sweep the legs. This is easy peasy. So yeah, I feel like we're just gonna have to wait some time for Tuna to be able to level up in her psy-casting abilities so we can then use it. Or what we do is use another one of our silent neuroformers and give this to Tuna, because that will level her up manually, and then we can now use it. Perfect. Oh, if only there was like a hostile on the map, that would be perfect. And we have now managed to research high mech tech as well. We can now make the Diabolus, we can now gestate centipede gunners, we could do all those exciting things. So I think now we can start working on finishing off Sam as a character and his mechanator things. And by just making a load of centipedes, they're annoying enough in base game, and I'm sure Void might struggle against centipedes as well. So I guess if we just state, I don't know, 5, 10 centipede gunners, that sounds like a fair enough amount. We are now researching Regeneration as well. Do we give people superpowers? Do we have time for superpowers? I mean, do I have space for superpowers? Superpowers would be pretty cool. Now, Psylink has been gained by Tuna, so same as what we did with Kakol, I won't update you guys on any of the Psylink updates because all we're going to do is upgrade, and once every episode we will give her a new Psycat power, and that'll be that. And I've decided that I am going to go into the Superpowers as well, not that I already have enough things going on as it is. So it's going to be quite a large area here that I'm going to do the superpower stuff in, so we can ram all of the bits and pieces into it. I've never done superpowers in Rimworld, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. And we now finally have our first harvest of Herbal Medicine in, so we're going back into the operations and stuff. We have loads of them queued up on Jezebel, loads of them queued up on Harry. Herbal Medicine's not really what I want to be using, but, Herbal Medicine for whatever surgery it is, I'm sure it'll be fine. We have a trader that's come along as well, and while they are selling us some lovely children for us to do what we need to do with them, They're also selling a lot of advanced components, medicines, and obviously genetics. And I am picking up a few gene packs here in order to build up our genetic supply. So we're picking up a gene pack for phenomenal melee and auburn skin. No worries. Pick up a gene pack for strong melee and wings. Very exciting. A gene pack for sight enhance that we can give to Tuna to make him better. And we're also picking up some archive capsules as well, just to top things up. And I'm going to use this opportunity as well to just sell everything we've got to these people, because at the moment we just don't have any space for anything, and it'd be nice to have a big clear out. So I'm going to go through all the stuff we have, and let's see how much money we can make. Okay, so I've gone through and sold off a lot of things. I haven't sold any of the bionics or anything because we are still using those, so I didn't think I wanted to sell those. This trade is worth 467,733 silver. A very small trade. So let's accept that, and let's see what we get. And as a quick wealth update as well, we haven't done one of these in such a long time. So we are currently at 4,800,010, but we have just removed 400,000 worth of wealth by selling what we just got. So that's nice. Now we have these gene packs for strong, phenomenal melee, and psi enhanced. So let's get Tuna to come absorb the psi enhanced one. We've got the gene pack for phenomenal melee and auburn skill. Our phenomenal melee, what does that do? Plus 12. Okay, so Riku's melee is at 5. So Riku can have that one. And then we have the gene pack for strong and with wings. And strong melee damage increases the melee damage factor by 150%. Now, I could give this to Benito, and it would make sense. Benito, make him even better. But I'm actually going to give it to Wiggins. You know, it's not like Wiggins is already like a giant with dwarfism and is already massive. I'm going to give it to Wiggins just to make him slightly better. At the moment, as we saw, she's just a bit okay, and that's about it. There you go. So Riku has gone down after absorbing that gene. And now has phenomenal melee and a melee of double passion of 17, which is fantastic. Tuna has taken his gene pack and has now become psi sensitive, which is very nice as well. And Wiggins has taken the psi trainer for him as well, and now has plain wings. Nice. So Riku can now get in his expertise as well in melee, and it doesn't quite fit his character, I'm aware, but nothing else really does. He's cold, he's a cat person. Of course he's in a relationship with Amelia. He's a cat person. Classic. Yeah, a melee suits him quite nicely, I guess. I think we're going to go for dueling more than anything else. Now, we have a quest that has come up. Security for an aristocrat. Now, most quests I've just been kind of ignoring. They're pretty useless. We've got everything we need. None of the rewards are worthwhile. But what about if it's a test? Now, obviously, I gave Wiggins her brand new gene packs that are meant to make her better at melee. We've got the equipment reinforcer. We've got all those good things. And yes, they are going to be sending us 7 champions, but we just don't need it. Like, it just doesn't matter about those 7 champions because I'll just send them to their death. But what's more interesting is the test. How good are we? I think we're going to wait until Wiggins gets up from a xenogermination coma. We give her some more modifications. And I just want to see how good Wiggins is, honestly. We've just had a transport pod crash down, and it is filled with Emil Millie Affirmo, a glint scale. Holy! Hello! Great melee, strong construction, strong crafting. You're basically a dragon. 11 in construction, 17 in crafting. Optimist, great memory, psychically deaf, jealous. Holy! This man is very good. We capture this person. That's another xenotype that I haven't quite got yet. And it means that we've got 2 sexy, attractive colonists. Me and Millie. Oh, it's meant to be. It's just perfect. They were meant to be. We're now researching advanced fabrication as well. Both fabrications have been completed this episode, and that's it now. That's it. Like, what more do we need to research? We can now make all the components that we want. We can now make all the advanced components that we want. We're there. We are there. We can now properly start working on reinforcing and everything. And then we're done. So I think with the crafting stuff as well, I'm going to sadly take Benito off research. At the moment, we don't quite need anything else. I'm happy with the weapons we've got. I'm happy with the power solutions that we've got. There could be a few more things I could get, so I'm going to allow to research automatically, but I'm going to deprioritize Benito from it, and I'm actually going to make him do crafting instead, because I think that's going to be so much more useful. And Frederica has become a child. Baby Frederica has grown up and become a child. Perfect. She's now able to do loads of things. Do we want her to remain as a colonist or enslave? I mean, I'm not opposed to necessarily enslaving children, you know. But she is going to remain a colonist as child of Amelia. As our hybrid child, she will remain a child. So Riku, Tuna, and Wiggins are no longer incapable of walking. So now, what better opportunity do we have other than getting Wiggins to call in from the Empire to help them out? You know, give them a hand. I'm aware this will probably slightly upset my game, make things run a little bit slower, but it'll make things a little bit more exciting. Now, Jezebel is apparently a freeholder, but I thought she was a dame, so that's also very interesting. So I'll accept it with Jezebel and give her the title. The guy that we need to protect has arrived as well, which is very nice. There he is, Panagiotes. Hello, and all of his little friends have arrived as well with all their various weapons and things. Perfect. And a new recruit, Me has joined us. Oh, wow. There is absolutely nothing better than having this sexy demon lady join us. So we now have one sexy demon lady in there, and our sexy demon man is still in bed resting. Perfect. Now, May, what were you good at? I don't actually remember. Tortured artist, depressive, and pyromaniac. Jesus Christ. You have a critical passion for art, and you're okay at melee. You're not really that good, but still, you know, it's better than nothing, and I guess you can make lots of fine art about all the sexy cat ladies and things, and, oh, I don't know. And in terms of May's combat weapon, I've given her a torch sword. It's not actually the best weapon that we could possibly give her. There are other good ones. But, you know, she's a demony, fiery, red lady. You know, it just seems to make sense for her to have a weapon that sounds like it might cause fire damage. So, we're going to go for that. Emily has finally gotten back up and we can see him in all his glory. Very sort of a dragon with a funny glasses on, you know. He is only 46 years old, but has the old glasses of an old lady. I respect that. It's going to take some time for us to actually be able to convert and recruit, but still, it doesn't matter. We'll have two fantastic demony, dragony things at some point. Oh, and checking in on the fabrication bench to see how we're getting on with the components. We've already made almost 600 components, and we're at 200 advanced components. That means we can now actually start reinforcing the weapons. Oh, yes. Oh, it is beginning. And I think we can, on that note, can call the episode here. Today's been a fantastic success. We've got Wiggins, some new stuff. We've got me and Malie, and we've got all these fantastic people. Today was another episode of just setting everything up so we can go from here. I'm very, very happy that with the progress that we have made. A lot of it has been just here, there, everywhere with resources and everything, setting things up. Unfortunate brick wall with medicine. We can't actually upgrade all our people with medicine. We've got all the stuff to use, just no medicine, which is why I built the other hydroponics basin, but it just takes so long to grow things. But on that note, next episode, we are going to go fully into the equipment reinforcer. It's going to be a lot of the episode is going to be reinforcing things and then using the mechanoids that we've baited in to then attack them and test out these weapons that we get. So if you've enjoyed today's episode or are excited to see me or May or May, or however you pronounce it, find herself a sexy demon husband, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.